Indiana Fever get good news amid Caitlin Clark's injury absence. The Indiana Fever are in the midst of a concerning injury dilemma at the moment. Caitlin Clark is expected to miss at least 2 more games with a quad injury, including Tuesday's contest against the Washington Mystics. To make matters worse, backup guard Sophie Cunningham has also been ruled out for Tuesday's home game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The 28-year-old, who joined Indiana as a free agent during the offseason, had to be helped off the court in the fourth quarter of the Fever's loss to the Connecticut Sun. Cunningham aggravated a right ankle injury that kept her out of Indiana's first 2 games of the season, and it now remains to be seen how much time she will miss with this new issue. The silver lining for the Fever is that they still got some good news on Monday ahead of the Mystics game. This came in the form of veteran guard Sydney Colson being deemed healthy enough to suit up for Tuesday's contest. Colson was not included in the injury report, despite also suffering a knock in Friday's disappointing loss to Connecticut. The 2-time VLNBA champion had to exit the game in the first quarter with a leg injury and was not able to return. There was some doubt surrounding Colson's status after her injury scare, but it now appears that she will be able to play on Tuesday and continue filling in for Clark in the starting 5. It is also worth noting that the Fever signed 5'6" guard Ari McDonald on Monday via an emergency hardship exception, and she, too, is available to play against the Mystics. ESPN broadcaster sends message to Indiana Fever before and after back-to-back losses without Caitlin Clark. When the Indiana Fever lost Caitlin Clark with 4 games ahead of them, everyone thought it was not going to be a problem. After the loss to Liberty, the Fever was approaching what many called a soft spot in the schedule. It made sense then, considering that they looked better on paper than the teams they were about to play. Mystics, the Sun, and the Sky. All 3 of them are in a deeper stage of rebuilding than Indiana. While challenges were expected, they were in a position to at least make it 2-2 for that stretch. What's happened, though, isn't really carrying that hope forward. A team that began the season with championship ambitions now finds itself sitting 8th in the standings. To make matters worse, the Fever recently had 2 more injured guards and handed the previously winless Connecticut Sun their first victory of the season. So, they have already lost 2 of those 4 games, making up an unexpected 2-4 start. Right now, the Fever don't look like a team built for a deep playoff run. However, one ESPN analyst still cannot be convinced of their apparent woes. Yes, it is not like without Clark, the core of Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, and proven veterans like Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard should collapse. But, as Rachel Demeter hinted, it is Clark who brings the bread and butter for this team. Appearing on SportsCenter, she said, "I am sure the Fever fans were expecting a very different start, but they should not be worried. I don't think at all. Remember, 2 of the 3 that they lost were with Caitlin Clark, and it was by a combined 3 points. One of those games was to the New York Liberty,